Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to all our 12th Monarchs out there in Monarch Nation, coming off a disappointing 27-7 loss at Marshall. Congratulations to Coach Holliday and his team. Marshall's an outstanding football team. They've won 17 of their last 19 games. That's a very good football team. As disappointed as we are with the loss, challenged the players after last week to come into this game and play with a lot of pride, with passion, to be physical. They responded in that regard. We were hurt in this game with the inability to move the ball consistently on offense and by our turnovers. The field position in this game for the second week in a row was a major factor. Our average drive start was our 23-yard line. Marshall's was their 40. We started two drives on the plus side of the field in this game, and Marshall started six drives on the plus side of the 50-yard line. Special teams was really excited with the fact that we had two game-changing plays in this game. The opening kickoff, Shadow Williams stripped the ball, caused a fumble. Marvin Branch recovered it. That was a great way to start the game. Unfortunately, we did not convert. We went four plays and could not get a first down in that situation when we really needed to get points there. And then in the second quarter, we had a punt block in the game. The guys we had designed to get the block weren't the ones that got home. It was Anthony Wilson on the backside. They miscounted in the protection, and Anthony blocked the punt, gave us the ball on Marshall's 45-yard line. So both of our plus side of the field starts were based on our special teams, and we did not convert in that drive. We went 3 and out and were forced to punt. So anytime you get game-changing plays in special team and you start on the plus side of the field, you need to get points, and we did not. We did not punt the ball well in this game, which is the first time Satchel hasn't punted the ball well. We only averaged 34 yards, and we had 3 punts that were less than 30 yards. And then kickoff return, their kicker was outstanding. We only had 2 return opportunities, and we only averaged 12 yards, which both of those, the punt, kickoff return, hurt us in field position. Defensively, we had 75 plays. We held them to 324 yards, which was a very good sign. They only had 1 drive in this game, and we made them work for it. They had a 13-play, 85-yard drive for a touchdown. That was their only long touchdown drive. There were other 2 were after Bentley got blindsided and sacked. They went 10 yards for a score, and then they had a 42-yard drive for a touchdown after a bad punt. So I thought from that standpoint, we did a very good job in terms of not allowing the big plays or the long drives. They had 14 drives total in the game. 6 of them we were 3 and out. Our defense was 3 and out in this game, and they started 6 of their drives on our side of the field. Our run defense was outstanding. They had 40 carries for 112 yards total, which is a 2.8-yard average. I'll take that any day, all day. We were hurt on 3rd and 4th down. They were 9 for 20. And then I mentioned our back-to-the-wall defense was outstanding based on how many drives they started on our side. Offensively, 80 plays for 285 yards. We got the 1 late touchdown. Right now, we've got the leading rusher in Conference USA, and we're not taking advantage of that from a standpoint of being more successful in the pass game and more efficient in the pass game. And as well as Ray played in this game, he still had the one big turnover. When it was 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, we're driving, we're on the 35-yard line, and he hits a crease up inside and loses the football and fumbles in what could have been a 14-7 game at the half. So my point here is it's not all just on the quarterback or what we're not doing in the pass game. You know, we can't turn the ball over. When you play in games like these last 2 weeks, you can't turn the ball over. You got to hold on to the football. We clearly need to improve in throwing it and catching it. We missed throws Saturday. We had 5 drops. We had 5 balls that were tipped at the line of scrimmage. We had the sack, turnover, pressure. So it's all areas right now in the pass game. It's not just the quarterback at this point. It's everybody on offense that needs to play better. I was very encouraged by the fourth quarter. The first 2 drives in the fourth quarter were against their top players, and then the touchdown drive and the last one where we threw the Hail Mary interception were against their backups. But with that being said, we had 34 plays for 168 yards in the fourth quarter. So as I said to our offense yesterday and our entire team, because the defense was watching it on the sideline too, the way we can perform, the way we can be efficient, we did it in the first game of the season. So we're going to work hard to get back to that this week. This week with the bye, normally what we would do is give the players a lot of time off, but we need to practice. We need to get better as a football team. So we're going to scrimmage hard on Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to go to the stadium. We're going to put the uniforms on. We're going to actually play simulated games on both days because we need to get better right now. Of the 53 that played Saturday, 33 of those guys are first and second year players, so they need more work, and that's in all areas. That's not just the offense, that's special teams, that's defense. We need a lot of work right now, so we're going to work really hard on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll give the players the weekend off. As young as we are, we've got a lot of guys that haven't been home since the 1st of July. They need a little break right now, so going to allow those guys to have a break and have the weekend, and then we'll pick up an extra day next week in our prep for Charlotte. Normally we don't practice Monday. We will practice next Monday in preparation for Charlotte. The big focal points this week on what we'll work on to get better at, it's third down right now, both sides of the ball. We're only converting at 36% on offense, which is 8th in Conference USA. We're allowing 48%, which is 12th in Conference USA. So both sides of the ball are critical on third down. I've always said that time of possession has nothing to do with the game. It's the number of plays you run and what you do on third down. Because if you convert on third down, you're going to get 3 more plays. If you stop them on third down, you're off the field, and they're not getting any extra plays. And that's an area right now that we've got to work on. So we'll spend a lot of time on that in practice, different third down situations. We'll do third down where we play fourth down if the offense doesn't convert, because we've been involved in a lot of fourth down situations as well. The turnovers have been an issue. We had 1 in the first 3 weeks. We've had 8 in the last 2 weeks, and that's just being more efficient with the football. That's why we're not scoring points, and we've got to get better at that. Run defense right now, that's something we were very good at Saturday, but we're still 12th in the league there. We're second in pass defense, so stopping the run, particularly on third down, is something we'll work hard at, and we'll do some live work in the kicking game. We need that right now with our punt team. Satchel needs as many reps as he can get at punt, because we're doing 3 different punts right now. We're doing the rugby punt where he rolls right, straight ahead, and then we're directional punting to the left, so getting him live work, and then our block unit, because we're becoming a block team on punt, so we'll get some more work there as well. So big week ahead for us to improve, and that's the goal, and I'll take questions.
Obviously, the receivers haven't been getting a lot of separation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's something, we're used to seeing receivers around here get separation. Mm-hmm. You were without Blair and without David, and actually without a couple of tight ends you were expected to have this season. Mm-hmm. How do you fix that?
Well, we got to work at it. We got to practice it. We got to get better at it from that standpoint. But the guys we have are the guys that they need to perform right now. They need to step up and play at a higher level. They need practice at it, which is why we're gonna do simulated games Wednesday and Thursday. They need to practice and get better. I've always felt like that your mentality, particularly in football, it's collision sport. It's got to be the next guy in, and the next guy in's got to perform. And whether we're without David or Blair or Melvin, 3 guys that have been productive players for us, the other guys got to step up and perform. And everybody sees it right now. Everybody on the team sees it. Those guys see it at wide receiver. They know they need to perform better and play better. And the plan is everybody to rally around the quarterback and perform at a higher level for him.
You made some changes on your offensive line. Did you think they had a better game than they had against Appalachian? Do you like the changes you made?
we're still not playing at the physical level that we need to play at. Up front, that's clear to everybody. That's clear to the guys in the offensive line. We need to be more physical. It's challenging to be physical when you're banged up. We've got Troy's had an ankle, and then his shoulder Saturday. Connor's had an ankle. Tyler Fisher's knee's been bothering him. But that offensive lineman, you generally play with something that doesn't feel good. That's the nature of the position, the O-line and the D-line. So those guys know they have to perform at a higher level. They know they've got a quarterback behind them right now that's trying to gain some confidence while he's playing. So they're going to have to practice. They've got to practice Wednesday and Thursday. There's no sitting out or standing on the sideline for anybody right now. Everybody's got to practice. We've all got to get better. So they need to perform better. We gave up some sacks, we gave up some pressures, we got a blindside hit that caused a fumble, and that's not something you walk out of a game feeling good about.
With so much to work on, is this a pretty ideal time to have a break?
Yeah, it's the perfect time. I've always felt like, and compliments to Bruce Stewart sitting over there, if you can figure out a way to get your bye in the middle of the season, that's good for your football team. They've had 4 weeks of preseason and 5 games, so they've been going at it hard for 9 weeks, and we get the bye, and then we come back to play 7, so this is a great time to have a bye.
Especially with, I guess, the last 3 weeks and like, as you were saying, things you need to work on.
Well, you'd love to go into a bye off a win. That's usually a little better feeling, but as challenging as these last 3 have been, as physical as they've been, the fact that there was no practice Sunday, none Monday, Tuesday, they'll physically get healed up. That's a long stretch for a football player in the season to not put the pads on. You'd be amazed how much you get healed up, and then we'll go hard Wednesday and Thursday, and then they get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So there's 2 different 3-day stretches there that are really going to help our team.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, 12th Monarchs, and we'll look forward to seeing you a week from Saturday at homecoming.